Good morning, viewer. Welcome to our first active USA. Here's the breaking news. New US sanctions will force Putin to focus on Russian economy overward. Official says, leave Ukraine updates. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen warned Wednesday that China and other nations declined to sanction Russia could face future economic fallout for failing to help end Russia's heinous war in Ukraine. Let's be clear. The unified coalition of sanctioning countries will not be indifferent to actions that undermine the sanctions, Yellen said. A day earlier, Deputy Treasury Secretary Vali Adio said the newest round of sanctions against Russian President Vladimir Putin will force him to focus more on his nation's economy and less on the world. The sanctions will target Russian supply chains, including military devices that have been built to use not only in Ukraine but to project power elsewhere, said Ademo, one of the main US coordinators on sanctions strategy. The White House said Russia's GDP could contract up to 15% this year, and inflation is already spiking about 15%. But Russia has been able to stabilize key parts of its economy by artificially propping up the ruble, allowing it to rebound quickly as the US and its allies continue to pile on sanctions. Putin has publicly surged of the sanctions, saying Russia was prepared for them and suggesting they will only serve to curse the economics of the nations that put the sanctions in place. Sairab says it is moving to revoke citizenship for 4 Russians and 17 of their family members, including among those sanctioned by the European Union. Russia has forcibly deported more than 5 lakhs Ukrainians to the Russian Federation, Ukraine President Vladimir Zelensky said. More than 720 people have been killed in Bucha and other Kyiv suburbs that were occupied by Russian troops, and more than 200 are considered missing, the Interior Ministry said earlier Wednesday. The Biden administration is preparing yet another more diverse packages of military support, possibly totaling $750 billion to be announced in the coming days, a senior US defense official said. Russia continues shipping additional helicopters, artillery, and troops for a renewed push into eastern Ukraine, a senior defense official said Wednesday. A miles-long Russian convoy remains headed towards the strategic town of Izium, said the official who spoke on condition of anonymity to describe intelligence assessment. The convoy had been about 35 miles north of Izium on Tuesday. It is unclear how much progress has made towards the town south of Izium. The Russians are seeking to improve their movement inside Ukraine, including the building of a temporary bridge. The Russian focus in eastern Ukraine is consistent with a new offensive in eastern Ukraine after retreating from countries north. The official said Russian airstrikes have concentrated on targets in the eastern Donbas region and besieged city of Mariupol, the official said. Thousands of Finns have signed up with training associations to sharpen their military skills or learn new ones, and interest fueled by anxiety over Finland's geographic proximity to Russia. For the first time in Finland's history, a majority of Finns are in favor of joining NATO. Finland, with 5.5 million people, remains one of a few European nations with mandatory military services, primarily because of its lengthy 830-mile border shared with Russia. Many people say they are alarmed by the Russian invasion of Ukraine. They want to keep their military capabilities up to date. They want to learn new things. They want maybe to make up for mandatory services they did not take very seriously at the time, said O.C. Haitala, training officer for the National Defense Training Association of Finland. They want to make sure they are prepared for the worst. A team of Ukrainian tennis players will face Team USA in a Billie Jean King Cup qualifying tie this weekend in Asheville, North Carolina. The event will raise money for Ukrainian relief efforts. Diana Estermasker, ranked number 93 in the world, had to flee her country when the war began. Yastomarska, 21, and her 15-year-old sister took a small boat from Ukraine to Romania and then continued to Lyon, France, where she rejoined the professional tennis tour, she told to ESPN. Beyond this report for Shakti USA.